Okay, guys, welcome to FOD Live. And today on the show, I have with me one of Nigeria's finest safety personality. So, in the course of the show, you'll get to know him very well. Now, very big man. I don't Google now. So, Safety Michael, thank you so much for being on my show today.
Thank you for having me.
Okay, so I have some few questions I'd like to ask you. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, my very first question: how did you end up becoming safety profession by professions? I'm curious to know, is it actually the situation of the country that pushed you to here, or is it actually something you studied from school?
Okay. It's actually called HSE.
HSC, right?
Yeah,
I mean, I'd
HSE.
always focus on safety.
Exactly.
Okay,
a
okay.
lot of times people talk about safety. They
Okay.
don't talk about the other one, which is the H and then the
Yes,
S
what's the meaning of
and
it?
the E. Sorry. So H means health,
Okay.
safety, environment.
Environment, okay.
Sometimes it could be
okay.
health safety executive.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
Or other times it could be EHS,
Okay.
environmental health and safety.
Okay.
In America, they usually call it occupational health and safety.
Okay.
You understand?
Okay.
So that's it basically. So safety is not something you study in school, but you'll find it in your modules.
Okay.
You understand? In the course of your study, like if you offer human resource management, you find it there.
Okay.
You know, if you do engineering, medicine, you know, you find it there.
It's actually related to most courses.
Yeah, yeah, it's related. So is there at the maybe year one, you know, foundation, you will see there. Then if you now go on to, you know, becoming bagging whatever you go to study, you can now decide to, if you want to be a safety professional, then you sit for, there's a certification exam you sit, you take. You know, there's OSHA, there's the Bosch, there's, even in Nigeria, there's Ipson.
Okay.
You know, there's a host of them like that. So you take that, and then from there you start to grow.
Okay.
You know, you build your career. That's how it's done. So for me, it was, you know, they say in life, no matter where you are, somebody will help you to get there. You know, as we're having this conversation now, you know, I've related it to you. It is something you two can also do. Okay. So it was pitched to me by my big brother. You know, he gave me the business. So, and ever since then, I just started running with it.
Wow. Okay.
Fumbled a couple of times, but then, you know, they said the righteous will fall and get back up. You know, so I got up and then, you know, picked it up and keep moving. You know, so that's it.
So having said that, my next question: what are the roles and the responsibilities of a HSC personnel?
Yeah,
I think I'm right now.
Yeah, you're right. So, it is basically to mitigate risk.
Okay.
Yeah, safety is to you want to mitigate risk. You want to carry out risk assessment and job hazard analysis.
Okay. You
want to train workers.
Okay.
That's most responsible. Train workers so that they have the technical know-how. Okay. You know, that goes with safety. You know, because awareness is the most critical thing.
Yeah.
A lot of people, if you don't know that being exposed to cement dust would lead to, you know, acute pharyngitis or even cause chronic cancer.
Okay.
Sorry, even cause cancer. That's the long-term effect.
Okay.
You know, you won't know. You just, you know, like most guys, you see them, you just want to make money. You know, but having that knowledge will make you ask your employer, "Oh God, you never give me nose mask. Okay. I need respiratory nose masks to cut wood, those dust that is coming out. So I'm inhaling it as it goes into your system. You know, that can cause damage. Okay. You know, maybe not now, but long term. Long term. So not everything be village people.
When I hear around.
Exactly. Okay. Even diesel, you know, it's there. You can check. If you're exposed to it, too much exposure. You know, so what safety does is to, you know, educate artisans, educate workers, and then also create a form of communication between management and, you know, people at the bottom. You know, but then it works hand in hand. Basically, keep the environment safe, to protect people, you know, and then to help them stay healthy. Everybody wants to go back home to your family.
Of course.
Don't come to work and then go back with a broken leg. You know, that your kids are asking. Daddy, what happened to you? You
Yeah.
know, so yes, you have to work hard as a man, but then you still have
put
to
safety
go
first.
back home safe.
Sure.
You know, so
Okay.
yeah, that's it basically.
Okay, so my very next question, how do you deal? A lot of almost every office comes with its own fears and doubts. How do you deal with fears and doubts? And how are you so sure? Because according to what you just told me, that it was actually your brother that introduced you to this line.
Yeah.
How are you so sure that you are going to succeed in this profession? And how do you deal with fears and doubts?
First of all, it's always good to ask the relevant questions.
Okay.
You know, when when someone comes to you with a thing, you want to know uh, do's and
basic of
don'ts.
those
Yeah,
things,
the
okay.
basic things, and then you also have to reflect and say, okay, can I build
On it.
on this? You understand? Can I? Is there longevity here for
Okay.
me? You know, so those are the questions I asked, and those are the questions I also asked myself. I'm like, okay, is there room here? So um, after that, and then I knew that okay, you have to put in work.
Okay.
You have to work.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to study. You have to take courses. You have to, you know, just grind. You know, it comes with that. You know,
Okay.
so to your question, fears will always be there.
Okay.
You always fear is normal. You understand? Because you know, fear is normal, but then you have to overcome them and tell yourself that it is life.
How do you overcome them?
That is by studying.
Okay.
You understand? If you study hard, like if you go back practice, you keep practicing, your fears would just disappear.
Okay, nice one. So that will bring me to my next.
Always try to interact with people also, because knowledge is not, there's no monopoly for knowledge. Yeah. So you meet with people, share ideas. Like the other day, a friend of mine was saying something about safety and how a lot of people only focus, like most companies, they focus only on safety, safety, safety. They don't focus about the environment and then the health part of it also. So even though I know these things, but just hearing it from somebody else, helps you build. Yeah. So that's it.
Okay, so your work actually, I think, should have to do with meeting people, dealing with people, different belief, different cultures, and the rest of them. Have you encountered bully in your place of work? And if yes, how did you deal with it?
I haven't actually encountered bullying, but then there's always hate. It's find one or two people hating. Player hater degrees. So what we do as safety professionals, ours is to actually preach, against bullying. It's part of what you recite to new workers. During induction, tell them about bullying, and once we hear any report about someone being bullied, we try to address it and just make sure things go well. Yeah, but I haven't experienced none of that. Just the normal, hate you get from people.
Okay. So in a way, hate is actually different from bullying. There are different words entirely.
I don't know if even hate is the word, but you know what I mean when I say hate. Like hey, somebody is
just for nothing. They're just doing it. Okay, so having said that, my next question, I would like to know the criteria, the basic things you consider before taking any job from your clients.
That would be welfare and growth.
Okay.
Yeah, those are the most important things for me because if you work in an organization where they have good welfare, and welfare is just looking out for you.
Okay.
Like for example, I live in Lagos. I'm here. So an organization will always look out for that. Transportation, how you feed, how HMO, those things is very important, and also your growth. HR is always on our, on our neck, so to say. Like you have to improve. She roll out some certain courses you have to take.
Okay.
Just for the first half of the year.
Okay.
You have to do that.
Companies will sponsor that, or you're going on.
Sometimes they do. There are some they sponsor. There are some, but once they sponsor some of that, it puts you on a pedestal.
Okay.
You know that, okay, because you are also seeing your colleagues. You're also you're going on courses. You are hearing things.
Okay.
People are, company will do theirs, but you too, you have to
do your own.
So even at that, even if they are not really sponsoring as you would want, if they encourage you to do to improve, that is something.
Okay.
For example, you call the office and say, yo, I have an exam, and they're like, okay, no problem. They encourage you to go for it. As opposed to someone will be like, no, come on, there's a difference.
Okay.
So a company that encourages growth. Yeah, that's
okay. Those are
I know. Jim Rohn once said that when you get a job, don't say how much am I getting.
Okay.
But say what am I becoming. So you become something when a company has all of these things: good welfare and opportunity for growth. So those are the things I look out for.
Okay.
Before taking any job.
Okay. So how do you balance work? This is my main issue with a lot of organizations. You being a safety, how do you balance your work and your family?
Yeah, that's a good one. Like I said, welfare is also part of
the
balancing. You understand? I remember, I'm not saying this because I just want to hype.
Of course.
During Children's Day celebration, I remember the HR was posted on the group and said, married couples should bring their kids to the office.
Wow.
They wanted to just take them out. You understand? Okay. Even though some people objected, but then that is a kind gesture. Okay. You understand? So, what's that question again?
How you balance your family?
How you balance family?
Yes.
Yeah. So, there's always room. You have to create room. It's hard, but then you have to make out time.
Okay. For your family.
Yeah, especially for those that have to work long distance. Communication is key. If you have good communication and understanding, there are some women there that would think
you must be around.
You understand? Okay. But then understanding and communication is good. If you have a partner that supports your grind, she will understand that, okay, and he too will understand, so okay. Yeah.
Okay, so with how far you have come and then everything happening around, where do you see yourself in the next 5 years?
It's a good one, a tough one. 5 years.
Yeah.
Want to write a book.
Okay, you're right.
I'm not a writer per se, but then I feel like when you are in your 30s, pushing 40, you should. It's something I saw somewhere that everyone should write a book. If you can.
Okay.
Yeah, if you can. So since I myself have been exposed to some very good books.
Okay.
I feel like it's only right that I give it a shot.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong in trying. So
have you started already, or?
I'm working toward. I have the title already.
Okay.
Yeah. I have the title.
Okay. Let's hear it.
It's called The Sons of Zebedee.
The Sons of Zebedee. Who inspired this one? Who inspired her?
It's inspired by Chinua Achebe.
Okay.
There's Nelson Mandela. There's Martin Luther King.
Barry must be there as well.
No, he's not. Not on this one. Not on this one. Benjamin Franklin.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
Okay.
Yeah, those the real. Yeah. I mean, God bless the dead and all of that,
Yeah, sure, of course.
Yeah.
Of course. So in the next 5 years,